Yo, what's good, YouTube man? So I want to address some claims that have been going on for a while, and I also want to address some claims that were made specifically from Kayla in the new Mike Klum documentary about EDP. And I want to give context and clear up things, but in no way do I want any hate to be sent towards Kayla. Even though there are lies being said about me, I wish nothing but the best for her, and I ask that none of you guys send any hate to her whatsoever at all. So without any further ado, let's get into it.
I feel like I was a victim of EDP, but mainly a victim of Jidion. They collectively never once told me to go straight to law enforcement. I feel like I am a victim of Jidion because he encouraged me to keep talking to a pedophile. They also instructed me to keep messaging EDP, which was incredibly draining. Yes, Jidion was encouraging me to continue messaging him. I wasn't allowed to report anything to the cops until the day of the sting. I just think that he should have told me to block EDP, but he didn't. Jidion on a phone call even told me not to report anything to the police because a private case was being built up behind the scenes. Jidion is a very selfish, greedy, and a scam artist type of person. Now, me personally,
blocking EDP would have, I mean, seeing that whole documentary, he probably would have said some wild ass response like, "You blocked me, you gotta die," and called you all types of names. And
am I an opportunist? Yes, I am. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
So the claims are that I facilitated a predator to come inside of my Discord channel, which allowed Kayla to be groomed. The other claims is that I forced and pressured her into keep on being in contact with EDP. And the third claim is that I forced and demanded that she not go to the police, even though that she was talking to EDP. So we're going to knock them all out, and I'm going to address everything. So first, let's address the claim that EDP met Kayla from my Discord channel. She was a minor at the time, but now she is 19 years old.
You know what's crazy? EDP's still free, but the Subway guy got locked up, Jared. Actually, I think he's out now, isn't he? Hold on, let me see. Okay, so no, he's still in. He's not scheduled to be released till March 2029 or something like that. It says March 24th, but whatever. He went to jail. Jared, if you didn't know from the, if I could, off the break, if I could remember anything about that situation, there's some blanket things I do remember. I remember it took like a couple of years or something like that for him to even get locked up because they didn't believe the lady that was reporting everything to the FBI, and they kind of like put it off, or maybe they were secretly doing some stuff with that case to have it build up and just telling her, oh, they don't care or whatever else. But he got locked up, even though he never touched a kid. He was having conversations with people that were inside of a ring, and he was deemed the leader of the ring or the influencer, like the biggest famous guy in there. So to kind of influence people. And I guess they got like phone recordings and conversations and stuff that he owned that was illegal, but he never actually physically touched a kid. But he still got 8 years or something like that, right? He still got time. How does EDP not get time? I guess because of what Chris Hansen said, right? Oh, they initiated it.
So let's address that.
Kayla Hoskins is the victim being referenced in the sting operation, and she's not a decoy. Like Skeeter said, this one is for real. But how did she meet EDP 445? Well, she was a huge fan of Jidion, and she was in his Discord server. EDP, after being invited by Jidion to his public server full of children, noticed her profile, found her Instagram.
I would go and I was gonna go and do that video, but I saw, I said, let me straight from the horse's mouth. And plus he's incorporating that video into this. So
connected to
two birds with one stone
it and messaged her.
Now, the reason why people believe that EDP met her through my Discord is because I was under the impression that's how it happened. And I'm the one who put out the statement that EDP found her through my Discord. When EDP joined my Discord, when he was about to do the interview with us, he didn't join, but he found a girl in my Discord, right? And in her Discord, she has her Instagram. So EDP, being the Rizzler that he is, he slides into her DMs and he initiates contact with her. The reason why I gladly took the blame for EDP meeting her through my Discord, because at the time, I truly believed that's how he found her, and I wanted to take accountability for my role in this occurring. But as it turns out, Kayla herself in the documentary stated that she had already been messaging EDP before I had even ever added him in my own Discord.
My name is Kayla Hoskins, and in June 2023, I received an Instagram DM from EDP 445, otherwise known as Bryant. I first replied to EDP because I always reply to anyone who messages me.
So wait a minute. Chris Hansen is saying they engaged in her luring them in first. Well, actually, you know what? I think that was a different case when they actually had the decoy posing as another girl.
And I didn't know who he was, but I freaked out because he
In this case, EDP hit her up first and she's in a documentary and he's still walking free even then. So I'm still confused.
told me
about
he was.
that.
And sooner rather than later, he started sending very flirtatious messages.
Okay.
A while later, Jidion added EDP into his Discord, filled with kids, for a Q&A. And then when I told people like in the server that EDP texted me, Jidion quickly knew about it because his manager told him.
So EDP was added into my Discord server to do an interview on June 21st. And he was banned that same exact day because he never came up to actually do the interview because he wanted to get paid last minute. And even though I had 70,000 people in my live stream, I'm not going to pay a pedophile to interview him. Either he wants to interview or he doesn't. So I was not about to pay that man.
All right, my nigga. So here's the deal. We ain't doing no goddamn interview until I'm fucking compensated, my nigga. You feel me?
What?
Like, I don't give a fuck. You know? I deserve to be compensated for my motherfucking time, for my efforts. You feel me?
And also, here's the message log of all the things that he said in my Discord. And I know it's a lot of stuff. But yeah,
Damn, he
that's
talking
all he
crazy.
said in my Discord. And he was promptly banned that same exact day. Now, on June 23rd, that is the day that Kayla at least went public in my Discord server, telling people in the Discord that EDP was talking to her. She was saying, hey, is this the real EDP account? Because if it is, he just messaged me. Now, I know you guys are saying, Jidion, that says deleted user. How do you know that that's her? Well, we did a lot of digging through the Discord server, and this is some evidence to show that it's her because we have old screenshots and everything. But to fully show you that this deleted user is her, she actually posted a photo of her ID photo on the Discord server saying how much she hated her photo. So yeah, this is for sure her. Keep in mind, she's the only one who alleges that EDP hit her up from my Discord server. Nobody else has ever came out saying that EDP hit them up from my Discord server. So out of the 130,000 people, she was the only one. And she goes public with it 2 days later after we did the interview with EDP. And she's telling the Discord that EDP's talking with her. So one of the members in my Discord said, send a screenshot. And for some reason, Kayla says, I'll send one real zoomed in for you. And she zooms it in only on the sup that he said.
Okay.
And to show that this really is him, when she showed us the messages, as you guys can see, EDP said sup. Now,
is this the real EDP or just a fan account? It's the real EDP. You should make more TikToks. Okay.
I am going to be real. I do not 100% know if anything was said before that sup. I am going to go off of her word. She says that EDP hit her up first, but I do find it a little weird that she zoomed in on that sup when someone asked for a screenshot. Now, when she first went public in my Discord server about talking to EDP, random members in my server were telling her to block him, telling her to get away, report him, and just telling her to just
everybody was saying block.
Stop being in contact with him because he's a predator. And every time somebody would tell her something about stop communicating with him, she never replied to those comments. She also made these posts in the Discord asking users if she should troll him. And then she also puts in there, should I be a decoy? Should I do a catch a predator? Nobody replied to that message.
No.
Now, keep in mind, all these messages that she had posted in my Discord were nearly 2 weeks before I even knew.
Like, you're under 18 doing all this crazy shit. Are you really trolling, or are you really into that older dude, that older slop fest of a pedo?
About the situation.
When I told people like in the server that EDP texted me, Jidion quickly knew about it because his manager told him.
And also, I have no idea how long they were talking previous to when she put these messages in my Discord server. I just can't confirm that. Now, fast forward on June 28th, so this is 5 days after she first went public in my Discord server saying that she was talking to EDP. She was telling users in my public VC of a Discord of 130,000 people that she was talking to EDP. And this is what the users in that VC told her when she was telling them that she was talking to a predator and that she's underage.
In the text messages, do you state your age?
Yes.
Okay,
Like
good.
clearly and multiple times.
Yeah.
And he like, yeah, I mean, that's straight up
It's
wild.
insane.
You can just send this
He
shit to
keeps
the FBI
asking
tip line
me.
if you want.
And again, after all of these people told her that she should stop talking with him and go to law enforcement, she just never responded to them.
I mean, what are you gonna do from here? You're gonna like call the police?
Yeah,
she's,
but
she's relying.
I guess
What?
I'm trying to get more evidence though.
Oh my God, it's over. It's over. Like, come on now. She's in the documentary talking about Jidion didn't tell me to call the police. Jidion didn't tell me to block her. Jidion didn't have to. It's 1,000 niggas telling you to do both them things
And then I
simultaneously.
need to get like, I don't know.
Now, fast forward to when I found out about this whole situation. When I
Man.
first got on the call with her, I let her know I didn't feel comfortable with her talking with a predator, with her being underage. So
You got
I
that
came
recording?
up with some clever ideas to where we could switch off and I could take over communication and she wouldn't have to.
Okay.
Here's one of those examples that I gave her. Maybe we
Okay.
could say something like, hey, my parents switched providers and I couldn't get my number, so this is my new one. And then it'd be a number that we could text through. And granted, in that call, she did agree that that was a good idea, but she never gave over the communication to me nor Skeeter. Now, I really don't know why she never really wanted to give us over either the information for us to continue talking to him or even just saying that her number was messed up so we could talk to him on a different number. But when going through her messages in my Discord, I did find this thread of her and I'm gonna just let you guys hear it. So someone in my Discord rudely tells her that you taking credit for clout chasing a predator. She replies and said, no, I meant like I'm not gonna go to trial after trial to not get credited. He's literally going to jail because of me. I'm saving these streets. Stop. Also, she responded to somebody who rudely told her that all she wanted was clout. And she said, if another YouTuber is going to make clout off of my situation, so am I. TF, that's wrong to take full credit off of something. You're just too young to realize it. And I know it's deleted user on deleted user. So I'm going to show you guys that at least this one is specifically hers. Somebody that lives in a different time zone as her, but as you guys can see, it's still 08 on the same day. They said, Kayla Hoskins, today at 8:08 p.m. If another YouTuber is going to make clout off of my situation, so am I, TF. So that's just to show that this was 100% her saying.
Damn.
And the crazy thing is this isn't about a clout
Opportunist off of another opportunist.
situation because it's really a tragic one. This man was talking to who he knew to be a 15-year-old girl and he continued having sexual conversation, which is...
And she wanted to continue it, to entertain it. And then she didn't even want to call the police or block them like anybody else said. She literally denied one. I mean, not denied one to do, but she literally... There you go. She did not want to do either of those things.
Absolutely.
She didn't want to make herself look bad on a documentary.
Horrible, and EDP should be thrown under the jail cell. And in my first call with her, after I checked up on her to make sure that she was okay, I even let her know that I wanted her to be a ghost in this entire situation. And don't worry about your privacy and everything, Kayla. You're gonna be a ghost in all of this. The only people that I wanted to know that she was personally involved in this and that she had been talking to him is her parents, which I also told them. Sure, you're aware of everything that's happening.
Okay, your parents knew?
Yes, my daughter always communicates to me. She is, I think she considers me her best friend.
Oh, that's awesome. And law enforcement. I didn't want anybody else
the mom on call,
nor the world to know that this minor was talking to EDP. That's why me and Skeeter wanted to take over communication. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we should I'll be like, yo, could you give us your information? We'll give it right back to you. You could change it. We just don't feel comfortable with conducting the investigation with an actual 15-year-old talking to him.
Yeah, basically. Or if she can get him to text her and we can set up a text now account.
And yeah, just set up a new one, yeah. And even though I wasn't doing preg catching back then, I even knew that cases like this could take a while. So we had actually made a pact that we weren't going to go public with anything about the EDP case until EDP was arrested. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Jidion, literally in a cupcake costume confronting EDP, and you posted that on your Instagram. So how could you not want anybody to know about it? Only reason why I posted that is because on August 27th, Kayla had texted me saying that the detectives told her that it was okay for her to
Hey, I don't know if you're going to see this, but I'm pretty sure you can post the EDP thing as long as you don't show the address of the dialysis center. But the address, like, come on, man. Like I always say, you don't even need an address. Put a picture in the area, put it in whatever AI, Chat, GPT, Grok, Claude, whatever AI thing you use, and the shit will come right up. This is this area, blah, blah, blah. The buildings and the addresses, or there's a list of places it could be. It's going to tell you the fucking all that shit. What areas? Looks like a California or some shit. Like come on. You don't need address nowadays. All you need is a little bit of a picture, and then that's it. Like even like private investigators and people that are trying to catch people, a lot of stuff that the government uses, they even need less than that to even find exactly where a person is. What is it else to say? It says, because the cops don't want you to show his address, or like say that you don't know where he lives so that they can catch him there and he won't run off, but everything else is fine apparently. Have you talked to the detectives?
Post a video to talk about the situation, which looking back on now, I know is pretty weird. And I personally highly doubt that a detective would tell a minor to come out and make a YouTube video about a situation with a predator. But nonetheless, Kayla went
that will be what they don't want you to do. Yeah.
First about this entire situation, not only going public with it, but also dropping the chat logs as well.
Hello, my name is Kayla and I am unfortunately EDP's victim. I am 16, I'm turning 17, and the EDP first started talking to me when I was 15. He messaged me first and I told him my age and he didn't block me.
So that is the only reason why me and Skeeter went public with it afterwards, because everybody already knew that we were involved in the situation. So we let them know, hey, this is what happened. But the plan from the beginning was to make sure that this all goes through and that EDP was arrested. Then we were going to post about it. And to prove that to you guys, here's an IG live that I did the day that we caught EDP that someone had screen recorded, where we didn't let anybody know who we caught. All we said was that we caught somebody big. Y'all know what we do. We would tell you guys who we just caught, but legally we can't. But it's big. It's big. The person that we're talking about, he talked to a
figuratively and literally
real underage person, but we can't say who he is. But you guys will find out very, very, very soon. Maybe a couple years. Possibly a couple years. Like that's how bad this is. But again, I want it to be known that I don't want any hate to be sent towards Kayla at all. She is a young woman, and genuinely, I would want her to move past this, man. You know, that's why I didn't want her name to be out there or her name to be associated with this, because. Bro,
hey man, she participated in the documentary, so this is all on her. She's 18 now.
Nobody wants to be known as
she can buy cigarettes. You still can't buy no alcohol, and you can't rent a fucking car.
Person who got groomed by EDP. About a year ago, she dropped a video titled "What Jidion Did Will Shock You," and
I didn't know about that video.
And this is what she had to say.
When I realized something was wrong, I spoke to a moderator in Jidion's Discord server, who happened to be someone I was kind of besties with at the time. But for her own privacy and safety, I won't say her name. I explained the situation, and soon everyone in the voice call started asking questions. Someone told Insight about what happened, and he ended up joining the voice call as well, and asked me if I wanted to be bait.
So I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. When she made this video, it was already 2 years removed from the whole situation. So maybe she forgot how that conversation really went. But do you guys remember that VC call that I had showed you guys earlier, where it was a bunch of people? That's the VC call that she's alluding to. And in that VC call, it was actually Kayla's idea to where she wanted to be the bait. And the people in the VC were coming up with ideas to get EDP to come out in person.
Yeah, she was not asking, but she was telling them, I want to do more. I don't want to just call the police yet. And they're like, bitch, what the fuck wrong with you?
And then Kayla decided to give herself up as tribute. I'll play the clip.
Do like the first meeting and then they not approach him.
Right.
In public.
Like in public,
and then get his
yeah.
confidence, and then like lure, and then like get him in traffic.
Lure him to a hotel,
Right.
yeah.
Real.
So that would be
Y'all making a whole lure him to a
You'll
hotel.
have to get a little. You
Hey,
still
hey,
have
listen,
to get a
I
look.
listen,
mean,
inside.
to be honest, I don't mind doing it, and I don't think my parents would mind.
And you'll see here how not only the members in the VC call shut that down completely, but
She is
also the
crazy.
mod that she says offered her the role of being bait also shut it down.
Inside, I have
I
an
don't
idea.
know.
Regardless of how
I
you
don't
feel,
know.
you should
It would be
doing
real.
that,
That's
okay?
Yeah.
really a risk. Like high key,
Yeah.
Hell
Do
no.
not do that under any circumstances.
Okay,
Wait,
listen,
what?
Because you're
I had a.
Yeah, you
I
shouldn't
had a-
actually
you would-
physically be there.
I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
tolerating
you would be
him.
subjecting.
I
Technically, they
Especially
would be
since he talks
subjecting
about
you to
weapons.
a pedophile.
So I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and say that she's just misremembering it because it was a long time removed, and I don't think she meant any ill will or maliciously lied like that. But yes, this is the evidence. I just want to put that out there to clear the air, especially for my former mod inside. And sadly, but also weirdly, this was not the only time that Kayla was trying to be an IRL decoy to meet EDP in person. Since she
Damn,
never
man.
gave us the logins nor let us do the plan that we had of switching out the communication, I instead thought of the idea of getting an adult decoy. So that way when EDP came to meet, we can have an adult decoy there.
Okay.
Now, I had asked her to send me some photos of her, and she sent me these photos right here. With these photos, we found an actress that looks fairly similar to her. So I just find it
Never
weird
seen
that
that
she's
person.
saying that we were forcing her to keep on talking to EDP when we're jumping through all these different hoops. I mean, if we can find an actress that looks just like her, then why wouldn't we just take over the communication? It just, to me personally, it doesn't make any sense, but again, she might just be misremembering
Presented her an alternative and she was like, nah, use me.
things, so I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. Now, I had sent her a photo of the of-age decoy that we would be using, and she sent me this really weird message. I'm gonna read that message for you real
Read
quick.
it.
And keep
Read it
in
out loud.
mind,
Put some music behind it.
to my knowledge, at least, this is the second time she's asked to meet EDP 445 in person.
Okay.
Let me read you what she said. She said, "Quick question. I was wondering why you need a decoy to lure EDP, because, hear me out, if he sees it, he's gonna leave." Meaning if he sees the decoy, he's gonna leave. "And if it's actually me, I could get him to do devious things on camera that he won't be able to deny in court, you know? And since I'm really turning 16 on that day, wouldn't it make it more real? Like, I could get him to spill the beans because I feel like he'll try to trick the decoy." And I let her know cops aren't gonna allow you anywhere near that. I really
Yeah,
didn't
that's
even know how to
fucking
respond
crazy.
to that. Now, sadly, I couldn't control nor stop her from communicating with EDP 445, and that was already worse enough that she was even in communication / talking with him. But I was gonna make sure one thing I could control is that she was never going to be anywhere near the vicinity of EDP 445. And this is why I'm giving her this strong benefit of the doubt, because, bro, if I had to remember things 3 years ago, I would misremember too.
However, rather than treating the situation seriously, Jidion saw it as content.
Now, it really does suck that Kayla sees it as all I saw was content. And truly, I mean, I didn't just see it as content. I saw it as a monster actually talking to a minor who's a fan of me. So I wanted to do everything in my power to get that man arrested. And I want her to stop being...
She was literally in your messages, fam, setting up her own catch. Talking about, I could get him to do things on camera. I could take it even further. And she's goddamn 16 years old.
subjected to that monster, which is why I told her to block him.
I told Jidion every single time that EDP would send me dick pics, but he would never tell me to like block
You want an EDP to send more.
him or anything.
I want you to block him on your phone, right?
And I continued messaging him because it was very like encouraged for me to keep doing it. I didn't really
Jesus.
want to, but I didn't want to disappoint anybody.
I mean, what are you gonna do from here? You're gonna like call the police? I guess.
And that is the entire reason why I want to seamlessly transition so that we could take over the communication, because we would do a way better job. And not only that, but a minor would not be talking to a predator anymore. And I don't want to put words in her mouth, so I'm going to let her speak for herself. But I think the reason why she didn't let us just take over and let her be a ghost is
You still ain't make him
because
leave
of
you
what
alone?
She said right here.
Now, me personally, am I an opportunist? Yes, I am. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah,
As long
man.
as you're not harming anybody. And I don't think I was harming anybody. And especially when you're my age, if you're 16, people are going to think that you're young and dumb. So you kind of have to be an opportunist. You have to make your own opportunities.
A lot of times we don't know what the fuck y'all on. Y'all be on some other shit.
You cannot be waiting for them.
It's 16, 15, we was wilding out.
But this entire situation was
Not everybody, but the majority of kids were doing, even the ones that didn't really wild out like that. There's times where y'all would, we would just, it would be okay one day, and then the next day we outside hitting people's cars with footballs.
not that at all.
Now, I do want to give an update. So, Kayla gave me case numbers and detective numbers to call. I called the detective number and it was disconnected. And took me like till 3 years later to finally find out what police station she went to and everything.
Okay.
And she really doesn't have all the updates and everything, but luckily, since I deal with police so much, I kind of figured it out and figured out where to look. And I can confirm that there is a case number associated with the account, meaning that there wasn't a report made. And also, not only was there a report made, but I confirmed with the police station that this case is currently with the FBI. Now, granted, even though it's with the FBI, I don't know if they're still actively investigating it, and I don't know if they'll do anything with all of this, me personally. So while we can all hope and
probably
pray that
won't.
this situation wasn't for nothing, because
They'll have
I
it
mean,
sit.
at the end of the day, she was still groomed, she is still a victim, and EDP needs to be arrested. I don't know if the FBI is going to do anything with the information. Hopefully, with the popularity
Sounds like a ton of technicalities in place right there. Anything could happen.
of the documentary.
They're like, oh, is Jidion a culprit in the grooming by, what's the word? By association or something like that? Grooming by association, not in a good way, but associating himself with EDP as in trying to catch him. And she's being a part of it, and he's kind of directing things, but groomed her to the point that she wanted to do stuff herself. And then they're going to go into the mind frame of a 15, 16-year-old in court and all types of other shit.
Plus his admission. Hopefully something happens.
I don't know.
We'll just have to wait and see. And even in my first conversation with her, I let her know that for this one, we're going to have to get law enforcement involved because we want this to be done away with. We want him to actually be gone. I'm not gonna lie, for this one, I feel like we do need to try to get some law enforcement to so this could be the end of this, you know? So I told her to go to law enforcement. My Discord and my mod told her to go to law enforcement. And the people just in my Discord, when she first told everybody that EDP was talking to her, they also told her to go to law enforcement and report this. But I can say it is reported, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
All right.
I feel like I was a victim of EDP, but I think I was mainly a victim. This is gonna sound crazy, but mainly a victim of Jidion, in a way. I feel like for a long time I was his little puppet.
I'm not gonna lie, this part of the documentary actually hurt my feelings the most because, you know, she's pretty much saying that I victimized her more than an actual pedophile. I'm not here to fight what she said. You know, if she truly feels like that, then that's how she feels. I know what I did, though. I know I tried to take over communication. I know I told her to go to the police. I know my Discord told her to go to police. And I know we didn't want her to keep on talking to him. Also, she's been threatening to sue me a lot lately. Like in her video that she made about me recently, she threatened that I would be inside of a lawsuit.
I mean, at this point, what does Jidion even pay you for? Especially you inside. I can't wait to see you all inside a lawsuit next.
And somebody in her comment section
know.
hey, why are you going to sue Jidion but not EDP? And she replied with, EDP doesn't have any money. Yeah, I mean...
Okay. Opportunist. She said there's nothing wrong with it. That mind frame from an 18-year-old now is very dangerous.
I really don't know what else to say about that, man. You know, if that's how she feels, that's how she feels. She also made the claim that she photoshopped the photo of her on somebody and sent EDP a nude when I specifically told her to
That must have been the picture they showed in the doc.
never send him anything explicit.
No, I did not send EDP any pictures of me that were nude. What did happen when he asked me for them was that Jidion got like a lookalike of me, and I kind of photoshopped her face into Google pictures.
And a year before she did the documentary, so this is her first video coming out about her being the victim of EDP, she states in there that she did send him a nude, but it wasn't her, and that she just got it off of Google because she's quote unquote big-brained.
And he even asked for nudes, which the nudes that I sent him weren't mine. They were from Google because, you know, it's big brains, you know?
And the reason why this is making me so frustrated is because I told her multiple times to never say or send anything explicit to him if she was gonna continue talking to him. Luckily, I was on the phone with her the other day and I recorded the conversation and I got her acknowledging that fact. I'm gonna roll the clip. Did you take the picture of yourself or did you go on Google?
No. I did not send anything to anyone.
So you never sent him anything
Absolutely
sexual?
not. I think, I will say this, you even told me not to do that because the idea was for him to like,
What?
So
I kept asking, you know, so we were trying to figure out something.
I told you to never send him anything sexual, correct?
Yes.
And so we went back in the archives of my Discord
Hey, homegirl, shut that lawsuit down.
see things that she sent to show people that, you know, she was talking to EDP.
Unless you're going to pick out some lawyer that's going to pick out some petty shit. Well, you can sue him for this, not these things, but you can get a few $100,000 off of this.
And before we were even aware of the situation, I saw this one screenshot where on her Instagram, she sent him a photo and obviously it was in disappear mode. So you can't tell what she sent to him, but you could tell by his reply that it was something. And I mean, oh my God.
You're going to have to ask EDP about that one. And you talking to him right now? Hell no.
Gosh, man. The fact that she could have potentially been sending that stuff to him before we got involved is very disturbing. It's disturbing.
Weird, right? Yeah.
Anything to him regardless. So Kayla just dropped a new video and I just want to give her a huge shout out because she again admits that I told her not to send anything explicit to EDP.
As for the nudes, so this is the part in the documentary that kind of weirded me out because I believe it was cut out. I recall saying that the idea of having my face like on a decoy's body, I recall saying that idea was brought up, but it was never fully like gone through with. But they cut that part out, maybe for shock factor. I did say that though. And so I don't know why they cut that out. That was kind of weird. But that's that.
Hey.
I mean, I never sent him anything. And he even asked for nudes, which the nudes that I sent him weren't mine. They were from Google because, you know, it's big brains, you know?
She also made some other claims as well. She kept on saying that I'm in like the Illuminati.
As for the Illuminati, that is not something I want to talk about right now. I will talk about it in code, but this is the first and last time I probably will ever talk about it because simply I don't want to die. I do kind of fear for my life.
So first, to address the Illuminati claim, first, I don't think the Illuminati is going to be adding in a YouTuber that goes out and arrests child predators.
Right, like that would be the thing that...
And second, I believe in Jesus Christ. He's my Lord and Savior. And then third, to my
Unless you would think the Illuminati has some type of cover-up or some shit like that. Like, let's add a few people on to the roster to you know, people associated with, yeah, let's get a whole bunch of, yeah. They would never know because he catches the predators, but he's bringing in let's take a cut off of the revenue they bring in and put on that good image for him. Okay, yeah, let's do it that way. We need a few good people on the roster and the rest of us, we could just be devils. Yeah, Like, that's the way it would probably go.
The Illuminati is a whole group of Satanists, right? And what's funny about that is, I don't know if Kayla still is or not, but she used to be, or she might still be, a Satanist. She had it in her profile right there. So, like, I don't understand.
I mean, you can kind of look and kind of not too safe to assume, but it kind of stings the back of your head a little bit.
I understand why she keeps on saying I'm in the Illuminati. When she herself is an admitted Satanist.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but no, it's Christ gang all day over here, man. But yeah, this is the end of the video, man. Please, nobody send.
I mean, you can connect that to her wanting to do stuff. I can get him to do crazy things on camera. What has she seen or done in her background, or what's in the deep dark part of her mind of her being an alleged Satanist or actual being a Satanist, that he showed some type of proof, and he has proof, right? And like, maybe we can connect those two. Or not. Don't know. Seems like we could, but
her any hate at all. I think we just all want to move past this situation, and I'm gonna be posting my reaction to the EDP video, the documentary. Everybody's like, oh, he's scared to react to it. No, I'm not scared to react to it. I've just been so busy.
He's in it. The fuck,
bro. We've caught 2 preds so far this week alone, and we got more to go. And today, I've been busy.
Editing videos, recording videos, getting the police stuff and the videos from the police recordings or body cam footage or whatever else you need to put in these editing videos, and you're catching a bunch of predators a week. That's a lot of fucking work. Makes a lot of money doing it, but that is a lot of goddamn work, a lot of footwork.
Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Kayla, man. I wish her,
and he's not working with the white racist dude no more, so
nothing but the best. She is
on
not only a med student, but she's also a law student at the same time while doing her music career. She's doing it all, man. So huge shout out to her. And there is a police report. I don't know if they're gonna do anything with it or not. I don't know. Only Kayla can get the updates from the FBI, so that's on her. I'm not gonna have any more contact with her or anything, and I'm not talking about the situation ever again. Unless EDP gets arrested, then I'll make an update. But yeah.
So even in the documentary, at the end they said there's still a chance he can get charged or something like that. And I guess that's the case that's on the table with him and Kayla and the lawsuit, right? There's a case and a lawsuit. So I don't know. Some of this stuff is kind of discombobulated when I think about it.
Hey y'all, I love you guys. Y'all be safe. Peace.